Hello folks, this is Shiraz.
This is Anjum.
Welcome to our channel, runningcompany.in.
It's all about running.
Today's topic of discussion is resistance tube. It's been used not only by sports person, elite athlete, but also by physical therapists, and it's one of the most important tool that one can buy, which is not only cheap but effective as well. So let us get into the depths of how you should be using resistance tube. What are the advantages, disadvantages? So let us learn from the expert himself. Anjum, can you please throw a light on number one, how do we purchase the resistance tube? Is there a certain method or is there something unique thing that we should look before we buy a resistance tube?
Yeah, mostly people are very confused with the resistance tube. They don't understand what kind of resistance tube they require for their exercise, and they just go and buy the sturdy and hardest resistance tube, and because of this they are not able to do a proper exercise with resistance tube. So today I am going to share few tips over the resistance tube that will help you to buy right resistance tube and you begin with the right exercise. So the principal do's and don'ts are similar like what we covered in our last two episodes on resistance band training with loop band and TheraBand. If you haven't seen those episodes, please watch those episodes so you will get an idea about resistance band training.
So great, they can find the link in the description for the two videos. But now very important is to know what are the few important tips that you'd like to share on the use of resistance tube.
Yeah. So my tip number one today is you should consider few points before buying any resistance tube, like how long they are, how much resistance they will give, and what sort of handles they have. You should consider these three basic but the important tips before buying any resistance tube. My second tips of the day is buy variety of resistance tube like light, medium and heavy, since different muscles group require a different level of resistance. For example, we cannot compare our lower body strength with our upper body strength. So both are different and both require a different level of resistance. So my advice to you, buy 3 level of resistance tube according to your current fitness level. So my third tips is buy few accessories along with the resistance tube like door holder and ankle cuff. These accessories makes your workout more interesting and challenging. You can add variations of exercises in your daily routine.
And what also I feel, Anjum, is there is a very good specific use to this door holder. Basically, in case if you are traveling, if you carry your resistance tube and along with this small accessory which has having no weight and it will never occupy a large space in your briefcase. But whether you are traveling and you are stuck at your hotel, you can get your 15 minutes training, and I think nothing is worth missing a workout. So definitely add this to your travel bag list. So Anjum, I understand that there is a clear advantage of using resistance tube, ease of carrying. I think it's inexpensive, it's not that expensive as compared to any other gym equipment.
Right.
But what is the unique thing that you would like to mention to all our viewers that is only specific to the resistance tube?
Yeah, it's a good question. I would like to share one scientific reasons behind the resistance tube is its work on your fascia muscles. Fascia anatomically it's a kind of glue or connective tissue which connect your each and every cell of your body, your tissues, your bone, muscles and internal organ, and create a support system to your body. It is like a spider web spread all over the body, and fascia is responsible for our form, stability and movement. So resistance tube not only develop your strength, it helps to muscle adaptations and rehabilitation.
That's amazing. And Anjum, I think now it's very important for us to get some important exercise forms, techniques, and it will be great if you can demonstrate a few exercises that will benefit our viewers.
Yeah, today I am going to demonstrate few exercises. It's combination exercises, your combination of your lower body and upper body exercises. So let's start it.
Yep. without a further ado. First exercise is squats with overhead flies. Important thing to remember here is while you're doing your squats, do not allow your knee to cross the toe level. Make sure that you incorporate your glute, that is, you contract your glute during the entire movement while you're doing your squat. You have to remember that it's a coordinated movement. That means the core has to be involved. So make sure that your focus is also on the core. While doing your flies, you're majorly trying to work out on the upper back muscle and also the rear deltoids. Very important thing for the breathing is while you push back or while you're going against the gravity, exhale. While you go down, inhale. Do at least 15 to 20 repetitions and at least 2 to 3 sets. Second exercise is the upright row. A very simple but very effective exercise. It works your trapezius, it works your anterior delt, and very useful exercise especially for people who have neck alignment issues. And something to remember while you're doing this exercise is make sure that your knees are not completely locked. Make sure that your knees are soft and do raise your elbow right up to the ear, and your elbow should be exactly parallel to the ground. Do this exercise at least 15 to 20 counts, 2 to 3 sets. Exercise number 3 is lunge combined with mid row. So while you are in a standing position, you will be doing a mid row and then you will be going into the deep lunge position. So while you're doing a mid row, you will be using majorly your back, that is lat muscles, rhomboid muscles, and the secondary muscle that involved is the rear deltoid as well as the biceps that helps you to perform that pull action. While doing your lunge, you have to make sure that your knee doesn't cross the toe level. Make sure that you involve your glute and hamstring rather than overloading on your quadriceps. Try and do at least 10 to 15 repetitions on each leg, at least 2 to 3 sets. The fourth exercise is tricep kickback. To perform this exercise, we are latching our resistance tube to the bar so that it can provide enough resistance. Important thing to remember here is it is 45-degree angle kickback. Make sure you stabilize your elbow and perform the entire movement in the controlled fashion. That means you should maintain the continuous pressure or the resistance in both the movement, that is in the contraction phase as well as the extension phase of the exercise. Do at least 20 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets. For people who do not have any support or any latch where you can hook your resistance tube, you can also place the resistance tube under your feet. Again, take the 45 degrees angle, maintain the elbow stability. Do not move the elbow while doing your tricep kickback. Do it at least 20 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets. The fifth exercise is the single leg bicep curl. This provides a unique challenge, improves your core stability and balance too. Extremely useful for the runners. All you need to do is stand on single leg, do a bicep curl as well as a kick back, both movements coordinated. Make sure you exhale while you kick back, inhale while you perform a curl. Do at least 10 to 15 repetitions each side and 2 to 3 sets. It was great understanding those 5 exercises, and I'm sure if you involve them in your regular regime, it will not only help you to recover, strengthen, but also will increase your performance. And also just before we sign off, it's very important that you use those tips that we provided and that Anjum discussed with us on how to buy the resistance tube. Do remember those things because those are very important. And until then, this is Shiraz.
This is Anjum.
Signing off. Runningcompany.in.
It's all about running.